Merry Christmas everyone, and welcome to the Winter Modern Home. This is my Christmas themed build for the year, even though I'm kind of pushing it on the time, but better late than never. This home is about the same size that I would usually make, at 4 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms, but it is different in the sense that it has a lot of different features, such as the large vaulted ceilings in both the upstairs and the open floor plan kitchen, living room, and dining room, which I really love how the vaulted ceilings turned out on this. It makes the whole space feel a lot taller and brighter, and it just really fits in with the kind of lodge style with this home, which this home is built up on a hill and has a lot of snowy trees that are surrounding the plot, which did drive the price up since I spent a good $300,000 on landscaping. So if you wanted to make the house without all of the landscaping, it would probably be about $350,000 as opposed to $650,000. Moving on, going back into the house, the living room is nice and open into the kitchen and dining room as mentioned before, and I really love how this entire space turned out. Even though I went for a more brown color scheme, which is something that I don't usually do, it seemed appropriate for the house since it's kind of this winter cabin look, which I tried to not go overboard with the browns, just with places like the trim and the closets and the doors, but keeping the whites and grays everywhere else. The master bathroom does have blinds in the windows, which all of the windows in the house have blinds, so you can maintain privacy, as all of my builds have windows with blinds. But the whole master suite is located on the main floor, which means it doesn't have vaulted ceilings, but it does have a walkout to a covered back porch, which has a nice view down below, much like the one over at the living room. Going back in, the main floor also has a powder room, or half bath, located right here, again, with the blinds on the windows. It also has a mud room and a laundry room, which the laundry room it seems appropriate for the house, nothing too large but nothing too small. And the mudroom leads into the 2-car garage that is nice and spacious, which I kind of left empty so you could add a bit more customization and personalization there, but I just left it blank. The upstairs features tall vaulted ceilings as mentioned before, and it features 3 bedrooms along with a hall bathroom. The half bath is nothing special, featuring a single tub shower combination, toilet, and a single vanity sink. The bedroom next door is meant to be for guests coming to stay, featuring 2 single beds next to each other, 2 benches, and a dresser, along with tall vaulted ceilings and a custom light fixture, since I wasn't able to do regular lights due to the custom height vaulted ceilings. The bunk room has to be my favorite room in the house, as it really makes the home feel like it's in the mountains, as bunk rooms are rather common in mountain homes. The bedroom next door is a bit more bright, similar to the bedroom downstairs, and it features tall vaulted ceilings, along with a walkout balcony with a view down below. That's pretty much it for the tour, so I'm going to move on to credits now. Since the custom pillows are no longer needed in this house, I did not use that hack, but I did use decals from Jackitecture, which will be linked in the description. Layered floor and inspiration for layered carpets goes to Nocturnal or Noki Tony, along with custom curtains and other decor pieces, which goes to Describe. If I forgot any credits, I will leave those in the description, but other than that, that's pretty much it for the tour. Keep watching for floor plans and speed build. Hey everyone, and welcome to the voiceover. It's been a long time since I've done this, so I have a lot more to talk about now. Since I started my break, which was about 3 weeks ago, I haven't really done much, which this house was basically the only thing I've done, since it was really all I had motivation for. But now that it's done, I have a lot more motivation to do other builds, so when those are close enough to being done, I will post sneak peeks like I did of this house. I'm gonna try to keep this one sounding less scripted than the other one did, because I know I mentioned in that one that I said in 3 months I would look back and absolutely hate it, and it only took about a week. So I'm gonna try to make this voiceover a lot better than that one and try to sound a bit more energetic, even though I'm recording this later than I did the other one, which was not a wise decision on my part, but oh well. I need to get this posted since I've procrastinated making this house long enough, and yeah. I know for about the past 2 weeks or so I've been saying that I've had a Christmas build in the works, which it was true since I started this house back in late November, I think. I just went ahead and started it early, lost all motivation, and since the Christmas update wasn't out yet, I couldn't really do decorations, even though I didn't really decorate it much, so I don't really know why I waited and procrastinated and kind of pushed myself for time, but I pulled through and got it done, so here I am now, recording a voiceover. There were a few things that I wanted to mention in the last voiceover, but I didn't, so I'm gonna go over those now, including some things from the comments, which we'll pull that up now, if I can find it. Yes, here it is. Okay, so I asked a while back on one of my community posts, here it is, was asking any questions that you would want me to answer in the voiceover. So we'll go to that. Lola asked, how do you come up with your ideas for builds? I don't think I mentioned this in the last voiceover, so I'll just say it now. I mainly use House for inspiration, which this house was found on there. I have my account linked in the About section, and I can link it in the description if you'd be interested in that. I have many different folders saved with different, I have almost 400 pictures saved for exteriors alone, along with many other ones. So that's basically where I get my main inspiration for everything except modern homes, which for modern homes I use Pinterest, since I just like the homes that I find on there a lot more than the ones on House. And House is very limited. With modern homes, you just kind of see the same ones every time, which it's probably my fault for searching the same thing every time, but oh well. I probably sound about the same as I did last time, which I was kind of in the process of getting sick when I recorded the last one, because I recorded it on a Thursday, and that weekend I was rather sick and didn't feel like building, which is kind of why I started my break, but back now, throat's still sore, so I have a bottle of water here, so hopefully I don't get too dry and won't be able to speak. I'm probably already turning this voiceover into the previous one, which I told myself I wasn't going to do that, which I told myself I wasn't going to do that with the last one. Anyways, do I have any more comments that I was going to answer? Which, there was a comment from a few days ago asking if I could re-upload the lost footage at the beginning of the Minimalist Modern Home, which I actually did do that. I uploaded a video. It is unlisted now, so you would have to go to the description of both the Suburban Craftsman Home or the Minimalist Modern Home, which it's linked in there, and it's basically just the missing footage that I accidentally cut out while trying to remove copyrighted music. But it's all put together now with timestamps for each spot. So that is included now if you want to rebuild those homes but couldn't because the footage wasn't there. So there's that now. This house, I both love it and hate it, since I spent a lot of time working on it in the past 2 days or so. So I've really been seeing nothing but this house. But I really like how it turned out, and it was really different than what I usually do, since it kind of had a bit more of a separated shape than having just one big box where everything's together. So that was a nice change, I guess. Already messing up at speaking again, which I was going to record this voiceover earlier today, but I didn't have the house finished. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to, I guess I'll just keep going through some comments, see if there's any questions, which I think I did last time, but I don't know. I was going to talk about something, but now I'm already forgetting it. Oh yeah. I am in the process of making a video that's kind of going to be a collection of all of the different cinematic previews from my builds of this year. And it will, I think I'm going to post it on New Year's Eve, which now that I finished this house and got everything done, I'll be able to put it on there. Yeah, I guess I could talk about plans for next year since it's almost here. Next year I think I'm going to go more into modern homes, since I only did 3 of them, well really like 2.5, since one of them was barely a home at all, and I don't even think it was 100,000, which it was a nice price. It wasn't much to work for, but yeah. I'm going to do a bit more homes with the modern style, and probably going to do a brutalist home or two, if you've heard of that style. If not, it's basically modern home, but with a lot of different, like, concretes, and it's, yeah, just basically concrete, and I'll actually look up some pictures of it, so I can have a better description that's not just from my brain. Yeah, it's got concretes and wood, there's not a lot of windows, and it's kind of different organic shapes, and some of them, a lot of them are just kind of, there's a lot of angles, and it's, I very much like the style of it, and I think that will be my first home of next year, which I probably shouldn't have said that since I'm already spoiling it, and I haven't even started on the house yet because I've been working on this, but that's what you could look forward to in next year. I just remembered something that I was going to talk about, but I guess it only really applies to people in the US, which right now, at the time of recording this, there's a lot of, I'm being a boring person just talking about the weather, but I have literally nothing else to talk about. There's like this big winter storm coming in, and it's affecting basically everywhere. Like, I think even Hawaii got snow, which I was like, okay, if Hawaii is getting snow, you know it's cold. And it's, I think tomorrow's the really bad day. Let me look that up. Yeah, it's around this time of year, it's, the low is kind of like 30 degrees Fahrenheit, which is doing calculations here. F2C. Alright, it's about 30, which is about -1. Why did I need to do that? It's that simple. I don't know, but right now it's, I think the low for tomorrow is 9 degrees, which is like crazy. That's -12, almost -13 Celsius, which that's kind of crazy from where I'm from, because we don't get that ever. Like, it's, if you hear like tapping sounds in the background, that's probably from the rain in the background, which it said that we had a chance of snow at 2 o'clock, but I think they took it away. Dang it! Haven't had snow in years. It's been since 2017, I think, since I've seen snow. At home, that is. Which, I'm getting very off topic here. Which, I guess, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of something interesting to talk about, and I'm failing. What else could I talk about? It's Christmas time, practically here. I am on my Christmas break now, which I guess most people are now since it's only in a few days. But, comment down below what you're excited for this Christmas season. Since it's practically here. Like, what your plans are for Christmas, or just what you're gonna do, in general. Or, if you don't want to, that's fine. Me personally, we're going to have Christmas with my dad's side of the family tomorrow, and I think Monday with my mom's side. And since Christmas is on Sunday, I think. Yeah, it's on Sunday, since today is the... Well, it's already the 23rd now. It's past 12 o'clock. At least I'm not recording at like 3 in the morning, so I've got that going for me. And I'm already making this voiceover worse than the last one. So, yeah. I guess I could go through and just talk. Okay, the new Christmas update, because I didn't really talk about that in the last one since it didn't come out yet. The new snowy trees they added, I'm so happy that those were added, because I was gonna make them custom, which would have been really expensive. But since they added them in-game, I didn't have to make them custom, which would have involved having 2 trees placed, like, inside of each other. Same with the bushes, which that would have been really time-consuming and frustrating. So I'm really happy that they added that. Along with... Okay, the new car that was added. I've been waiting for an SUV in this game for so long. Ever since I started playing this game, which was... Dang, it's been 2 years already. It was November of 2020 when I started playing. Which I know in comparison to some people that's like nothing. Since there's people that have been playing since like 2016 when the game came out. Like 2018 when it became really popular. So I've been playing hardly at all in comparison to some of you. Which, I mean, I don't know where I'm going with this, but this is how I am with most things. I'll bring up something that I'm like, oh, I can go somewhere with that, and then I just blank out. Which, that's not really what to do when you're talking to your computer. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about that. Sorry if my mic quality sounds kind of bad, since I don't have a actual physical microphone sitting in front of me. I'm just using the one built into my computer, which there's only so far you could slide it close to, where the screen's just not in my face. Which, in case you haven't seen in some things, well, I think I mentioned it on my website, but with editing, as you can see, my editing is it's not anything special. It's just kind of there, if you ask me. Which, if you like it, you like it. I think it's okay. Which, I'm not going to go through hours of my time to sit and learn how to use a new editing software, which just would have me have a font come in a different way and sit slightly more to the left, and like, no, I'll stick with what I've got, which is the most amazing software known to man. It is so hard to use. It is the most innovative software ever. And I'm not talking about Windows Movie Maker. I'm talking about iMovie. Which, yeah, it's kind of one of those things where Windows Movie Maker, people kind of use as a joke these days because, I mean, it's kind of ancient. I think it is. That's another thing I could do. Windows Movie... Clicky keyboard sounds. Yeah, it was first included in September 14th, 2000. So, yeah, I'm using a bit more innovative... Why am I doing this? I can't speak. I'm using a bit more innovative software with iMovie. It's really fancy. Which, there are a lot of limitations with it. I'm not gonna lie, it's not perfect. But I'm too stubborn to learn how to use something better. So we're sticking with iMovie. Which didn't hint from me using iMovie. I do build on an iMac because I've always liked Mac OS just more than Windows. It's just always been easier to use for me, and just the little things of how, like with your Apple ID, everything syncs to one another. So like I can have my messages on my computer and my phone, which probably just becoming an Apple fanboy at this point, but I'm not. I'm not the type of person that gets the new phone every year. I do kind of use it until it dies sometimes, and unless I get it for a gift, which I'm not complaining, but I don't know where I'm going with this. I've got 16 more minutes to record. Woo! So, please leave in the comments stuff for me to talk about, because I am running low on ideas here. I am not doing the best with this. Oh yeah, I said this in the last voiceover, but I'll say it again. Can you link where you found the pictures? I will link it this time, because I always mention, like, oh, just follow Lucas on Roblox and then go to the decal. I'll actually link it this time. That way it's actually easier to get to. Let's see. Oh, I'm already at 3 months ago. Ooh. It seems like so long ago. But it also seems like yesterday. Because I still can't believe that I've been uploading for 5 months already. Like, it does not seem like that long. Probably because I haven't uploaded in the past month, but it seems like I uploaded yesterday. Summer really flew by. For me at least, since all of it was just finishing up stuff and finals, which I'm so glad I'm done with that. Finally finished finals. Which was... I'm already done with my first week of break, which I get 2 weeks and a day for break, which I go back on January 3rd, I believe. And I got out on December... Let's see, today is... Where's my calendar? I got out on the 16th, which was last Friday, and I'm recording it... Like, technically I'm recording this on Thursday, but it's already Friday, since it's 12:15. So... I guess it was a week ago, but... not really. Let me keep going back. Okay, so my old builds... I've kind of gone back and watched some of them again, and I'm like... Some of them, like the minimalist modern home, I'm like, I've definitely gotten worse at building. Like, I'm kind of amazed that I managed to do this. And then like the suburban craftsman home, I'm like, how did I think this was good? Which, I mean, it's still good, it's just, it's not something that I would do again, if that makes any sense. And then every time I see the traditional suburban home, this home will always have just a special place in my heart, since it's kind of what kicked off my channel. I had maybe 70 subscribers going into it when I uploaded, and when I uploaded like the next build, I was at about 300. So it really had a big boost, which I think it got like 1,000 views in the first. I think I could see advancement. Yeah. It got like 1,000 views within the first day, I think the first day or two. It did really, really good, and I haven't had a video do that again. So hopefully this one did do well. That's what I said in the last video. And that house has done really good. It's at 1,100 already, almost 1,200, which that's going really good. And I've already done 3 more minutes. I sat through and suffered through the last voiceover, which was, I am going to apologize again for that. That is not good. And if you have any sort of desire to maintain sanity, don't watch it. It's not good. I mean, it's a start, but it's not good. I noticed that I kind of talked about random and more specific things, but I didn't really talk about basic things, like myself and who I am, which I kind of realized that I probably should have done that, just so you could get a better feel of who I am. I feel like one of the most defining things about someone is if they're a dog person or a cat person. Me personally, I'm a cat person, which, hey, all the other cat people out there can agree with me in this. Dogs will love you till the end of time, and if you want something that will give you affection, A dog will always be there and it will never fail. But since cats are so reluctant to have anything to do with you, whenever they want something to do with you, it just makes it that much better. Because it's like, oh, this doesn't normally happen. Like, what's going on? The cat actually likes me. Oh, I think here's the part where I may have lost a bit of footage. I think I accidentally named the, when I was moving the footage into a folder on my external hard drive, I think I named it the same thing as the one before, and I may have clicked replace instead of rename, just clicked it to close it out. So I think I may have lost footage there. I actually think it's the one after this, but it was only just a bit of landscaping, which if you look on the picture you could probably figure out which I put where. And here I kept clicking escape, which I've been building in The Sims a lot recently, which let me know if you'd like to see a Sims speed build, because I've been doing that a lot recently, which ever since The Sims 4 became free for the base game, been building a lot in there. And it's rather different, seeing as with this, it's to get anything that looks good, you just have to do custom for most things, which it's gotten a lot better. Bloxburg has gotten a lot better with not having to do everything custom for me personally. But Sims, it's kind of impossible to do anything custom. So you're a lot more restricted, but a lot of the stuff in game actually looks good. Oh, and this part right here in the speed build, where I'm doing the shapes for the hill, don't do this part if you're going to rebuild it, because I just go back and add a mansard roof, which if you don't have the basement game pass, you can follow through with this and basically do it around the whole thing. But this, for the most part, I just came back and did a mansard roof, which I did like how it looked better. Yeah, here's me undoing it, just going through, and I didn't notice that I already, no, I didn't actually. This was only a few days ago. How am I already forgetting it? Dang it. I remembered something like a minute ago that I was going to talk about, and I've already forgotten about it, because I started talking about The Sims. What was it? I'm probably not going to talk for the remaining 9 minutes of this. Yeah, I should probably head to bed and not sit here and let y'all suffer. What was it I was going to talk about? I was talking about The Sims. I was talking about customization. I was talking about how Bloxburg's gotten better. This is what I have to do, because, yeah, here it is where I lost the footage. As you can see, I just kind of went around and placed trees along the bottom, which I spent that's what it was. I spent so much money on landscaping for this, but another thing is, if you don't want the home decorated for Christmas, all of the footage for me decorating it for Christmas, which wasn't a whole lot if I'm being honest, is at the very end. So you can follow the speed build and have it decorated just with like neutral tones before I came back and did like red curtains and added the Christmas tree. So that is included if you want it, because I will probably, after Christmas, I will probably change the colors of this and have it just as a winter house. Oh, the footage is actually smooth for once. I've been sitting through choppy footage since iMovie hasn't completely rendered it in yet, and now it's all smooth all of a sudden. That's nice. Okay, 9 minutes left on importing the fourth video, which, okay, let's see, there's the first one there, second one there, third one, fourth one. Okay, so I'm on the fifth one now, which I have about 7 minutes left, which I actually think I'm going to talk for the remainder of this. Because, you know what, I'm actually going to save stuff for the next voiceover, because I will upload probably next week. It will be after Christmas, so I'm going to apologize for that in advance, but this will be a 2-part build, since it's not that big. It only took about 5 hours to make, which is a lot of time, but not compared to some of my other builds that took like 10. So this will only be a 2-part series, which I will have another voiceover that I will talk about more things. I'll probably make a list about it. even though I kind of went in randomly talking about this. But I guess I could talk for a little bit more. I started talking about how everyone is either a dog person or a cat person, and how I'm a cat person, and yeah, so I do have cats. I have 3 of them, and I could probably put a picture up of them, but I don't feel like doing that because I'd have to figure out how to do it for one. Because iMovie, you can do a lot with it, but it's not gonna make it easy for you to do it. You kind of have to go out of your way to figure it out. So I'm probably not gonna do that. Then I have 3 cats, and I would have them up here with me recording right now, but I don't feel like it. I may have, if I record another voiceover at a decent time, I may have one there, and then she'll probably sit on my keyboard and cause the recording to stop and delete all the footage, which that I would not put it past any of my cats. Oh, here's me doing the custom chandeliers, which I actually think I was doing this today. I forgot how much of that house I've done today, because I basically furnished the entirety of this house today, just to get it out on time, which, as in today I'm speaking of Thursday, which was yesterday at this point. I don't know, I'm rambling on for too long. This is where I'll stop. I'll let y'all sit through and enjoy some music. I'm trying to make better choices of music. It's probably gonna get better before New Year at this point. Don't know where I'm going with this, but yeah, this is where I depart. I'm going to become all fancy now. Okay, gonna leave now. We'll talk to y'all in the next voiceover, which will probably be, it probably won't be a week. It'll just be in a few days, like on the 27th or something like that. Until then, peace out. Nah, I'm not gonna end it like that. I'm ending it now. Bye.